really wanted to do that. Hey, Sagittarius, it's a Scorpio Stellium here. We are going to take a look at your predictions for November 22nd, that week of Thanksgiving in the United States of America. Okay. All right, Sagittarius, now that I've gotten my goofball ways out of the way, yeah, I'm going to do exactly that. I'm going to look at your predictions. I'm going to see what's going on in your life and your love and all of that good stuff. And at the end of this reading, I will do a pick a card for what message you need to hear this week. So, Sagittarius, if you haven't clicked off my video because I'm a crazy person, welcome to your reading. All right, we've got, okay, so, yeah, Ten of Swords here, the Hangman, the Page of Swords. That's how this starts off, all right? So what I'm seeing here is that you experienced some type of ending that was a painful ending, or you felt betrayed. You felt like somebody did something unexpected that just ruined everything, and that's kind of where things sit. They sit here with this pain starting off the week. Or at least even if you're not feeling pain over it anymore, you still definitely feel the ending of it. You have the Hanged Man next, which is showing that you are going to have a different, let me put them this way, the right way, a different perspective here. And this perspective has to shift. Now, a lot of times I see the Hangman as stagnating energy, nothing happening. But I actually don't see that being the case here. I think there's maybe a period of that, but mostly I'm seeing it as a change in perspective, because next we have the Page of Swords, which is a conversation. It's mental activity. So we see something in your outlook has shifted. And perhaps it's shifting or shifted because you've had a conversation with somebody, you've talked something through, or you're going to be, I should say, because we're talking about the future here. You're going to be having a conversation, you're going to be working something out with somebody, but this is a lot of mental energy going on. I also feel like you're going to be getting some type of message from somebody. Somebody's going to be making a phone call or text or reaching out to you. And that is also what contributes to the whole shift of energy away from this nasty Ten of Swords kind of betrayal. This sucks. Everything is over. I hate this emotional point that you are in. Then the next line here, we have the Two of Wands, the Devil reversed, and the Nine of Pentacles. So what you've got here is you have freed yourself from some type of bondage sort of situation. That's the Devil reverse. You're now looking to the future, the Two of Wands. You're making new plans. You're like, I'm going to put the past in the past. I'm not going to stay there in this kind of nasty energy. I'm going to move forward, and I'm not going to be a slave to whatever it is that you feel you've been bound or restricted by. Whatever you feel is that thing that holds you down. This can be a toxic relationship. This can be negative attitudes. This can be substance abuse. This can be a whole host of things. That any of those things that have felt oppressive to you, you're now making plans of how to change them. And the Nine of Pentacles, this here is showing that you are doing well. And especially if you are single, it's showing that you are comfortable not being bound and restricted in a relationship. You're comfortable with yourself. For those of you in a relationship, it's still just showing your independent spirit coming back through. The Nine of Pentacles is also, because it is a pentacle or coin card, we are also talking a little bit about finances. So it's showing that this week you're set up well financially. We're going to go back and clarify all of this and get more information, of course, but let's continue to our last line. Very, very cool line. Okay, so we have the Six of Swords, we have the Hierophant reversed, and then we have the Knight of Pentacles. So this looks like we're moving on to something better. This is the Six of Swords. You decided to leave behind you whatever was difficult, and there's a mental shift happening here. A lot of that actually in this reading, seeing things from a different perspective, and this mental shift that you're encountering with the Six of Swords. It's like, I'm ready to move on to greener pastures. I'm ready to do something different and better for me. And then we have the Hierophant reversed in here. So what's interesting about this pair, the Knight of Cups and the Hierophant reversed, is I want to say it does look like there is somebody coming into your life or showing up more heavily in your reading, this Knight of Cups, who wants to offer you affection, attention, a date, whatever that is. But it's a romantic offering. And the problem with it is the Hierophant reversed here, because there's not any commitment involved in this, at least at this stage. They're not saying, let's run off together, let's get married, or let's be monogamous with one another, let's be committed to each other. You don't have any form of commitment involved in this individual. What you do have is something that feels good. It just feels good. So we're going to get more information about it, because again, just because you don't have the commitment right now doesn't mean necessarily that you won't be getting it, but here it is for right now. And I just want to say that if this reading, parts of it fit, but not all of it fit, do make sure to check your moon and rising sign as well. Those can be calculated on any natal chart calculator website. I like astro.com, but you can get those signs there. Okay, let's go ahead and clarify some of this information. So let's go ahead and start talking about the Ten of Swords. So I'm getting a few cards coming out now. I have Temperance and the Ten of Pentacles. Temperance is about patience, okay? Patience in order to move on past what's been going on. You've had to take on this, you've had to have a lot. I think you've had your patience tested quite a bit. And it may be that the patience was tested to the point that, then it finally ended. And it's like, I think you thought this was really going to work out, that there was a good mix between you and somebody else. You felt like you worked well together, or you could work well together. Like this could be a good thing, right? And then the Ten of Pentacles next to it. That's interesting because we are talking about an ending, and I feel like we're getting a clue about why that ending took place. And I feel that this is either family or financially related, one of the two or both. But something happened on somebody's end that had to do with their family or their finances that ended up making this not really pan out, this last thing, okay? So now let's go ahead and continue to look at the Hangman. We'll look at the Page of Swords also. This is your shift in perspective here. Okay. All right. And I have the reverse Three of Pentacles. So I think that you realize, hey, you know what? This really wouldn't have worked out anyway. I don't think that we really get along the way that we would need to. The cooperation isn't there. There's something about the way that everything needed to work out that now you're seeing like, yeah, okay, I'm okay with this. I'm okay with letting this go. Whew. Okay. Let's see what else we've got. Let's go ahead and start talking about you planning ahead to new things. So we have the Six of Swords again. It's showing up for the second time in your reading. It's down here as well. And this is talking about, you making these plans, this Mars and Aries energy, very, very assertive, aggressive, moving forward, initiative taking energy, plan making energy. And then we have the Six of Swords. So it's showing that not only do you make the plans, but you are going to follow through. You have shifted your mental thought process, which is everything in this. It has all to do with how you're thinking and how you're dealing with things. And I think that you're being very cerebral about it, not necessarily emotional right now. But that still is okay because that's working for you. That's how you need to sort things out, how you need to, come to understand it all in your own head. And then we also are getting the Empress and the reverse Four of Pentacles. So you're ready, I think, to bring something new into your life. This is the Empress card. It is talking about giving birth to something. It is fertile ground, right? So here, I think that you are making these plans. You're trying to move forward. You're trying to bring something new into your world, be it love, be it jobs, be it whatever, is important to you. You're trying to create this new thing for you. You're not being held back by what happened before, because now we have the Four of Pentacles reversed. It's like you are letting go of it. You're letting go of the past. You're just not going to let that stop you from your progress. Now let's go ahead and look at this last line where we're talking about this individual coming in that I see, and I'm not seeing the commitment with it. That doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad thing, but let's look at it a little bit closer. Like all my hairs are falling out and like tickling my arms. Do you ladies understand where I'm coming from with this? Okay. All right, so I'm having here the Five of Wands. That's what I'm pulling out. And I think that the reason that you're not getting the commitment here is either you or the other person still have other people at play. You know, like there are still other relationships or possibilities for one or you or both, that you're just not willing, or they are not willing to do more than just have fun at this point in time. Okay. And then we've got the Seven of Cups, which is really, that just clarifies that entirely. That's the choices. What's funny is in the Thoth deck, in this deck, the Seven of Cups is actually named Debauchery. It's one of the few ones that I remember the name of it, because I'm like, debauchery, like what a strong word, right? But that's what this one is. It's like, you know, there's more than one thing going on, right? And I don't know, like I said, I don't know if it's on your side or their side, but I think it's on their side, because you're not getting the commitment from them. They're still playing the field. They're not ready to settle down. So you can kind of take this how you want to. If that's cool with you, you just want to have a good time too, then by all means do that. But if you are really like, you don't want to waste any more time, if you're like, you know, I'm ready for something serious right now, then this person coming in might not be the one that you need to put your energy into. But I'm going to let you know what's showing up. Now I'm going to go ahead and shuffle for your message that you need to hear this week. While I'm shuffling, I would so appreciate if you would support me, support my channel. I don't know if I can still call myself a new YouTuber. I don't know. I've been doing it for like 3 months now. I guess that's still pretty new, but I'm trying to grow, obviously, and bring you more of these readings. If you like them, please show me that you like them by subscribing, hitting the notification bell, because you will not get notified otherwise. You'll have to just rely on your own brain to tell you when I might post, which is hard because I don't even know when I'm going to post. I mean, once a week, but usually Thursday. All right, let's see what we got going on here. Card 1, 2, and 3. So 1, 2, and 3, you pick your card. You know how to pause, so I'm going to go ahead and jump into it. So for number 1, it is the Wheel. The Wheel of Fortune, aka the Wheel of Fortune, associated with the planet Jupiter. It is the bringer of all the good things, you know, the abundance, the good fortune. So this is showing me that things are turning around for you. There is a shift in the energy in your life where you're going to start seeing more and more good things coming in. So especially if you feel low right now, or if you feel like I've been drudging through, this is definitely a confirmation to you that things are shifting. Things are definitely getting better. The wheels are being set in motion to bring you more abundance in your life. And for card 2, this is the Faith card. It's also the Hierophant, however you like to say that, in other decks. And this card is telling me that you are searching for something more. You really do want the commitment, and you have the belief that you will get that. You know that's what you want, and therefore that's what you deserve, and you're going to hold out for it. And so I believe that the message here for you is to keep that faith. You know, don't settle for something that's less than just because you might be tired of waiting, or you might be impatient, or you might be worn down. Keep the faith that you will get the abundant, full love in your life that you desire. And then for card 3, the 7 of Wands reversed, this is telling you it's time to let something go. You can't keep fighting for something, you can't keep standing up for it. You cannot, you've been trying to stand firm in what you believe. And I think at this point, whatever it is that you've been standing for, it's time to release yourself from that. It's time to just accept that this is probably something that you can't force, you can't make happen. So we're gonna just have to let it go for right now. Or forever. I don't know what it is in your circumstance, but you need to meditate upon that, I think. So thank you for watching, Sag. I will see you again next week.